This is a quick guide to my math lab, getting registered and doing your homework. So first thing that you need to do is go to the Getting Started tab in Blackboard in my TCC, and you're going to notice that under the link for the syllabus there is the textbook information. And there's a picture of the copy of the text. By no means do you need to buy a physical copy. All you need for this course is the access code for my math lab. The book is College Algebra 7th edition and the author's Blitzer. This is the ISBN code that is directly linked to the My Lab access code for this version of the text. If you buy it through the bookstore, it's $76.45 for 18-week access. And if you buy it via the Pearson website, it's slightly cheaper at $69.99. The step-by-step guide for registering is found here via this link. And here are the instructions step by step. So the first thing that you're going to do is go to this live link, www.pearson.com/mylab. And once you get there, you're going to register as a student and confirm that you have the information that you need, which is going to include an email address, the course ID that's found right here, and a method of payment, either an access code or credit card or PayPal. Or you can also get free access for 14 days, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So now I'm going to copy this instructor's course ID. That's the easiest way to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the link. I'm going to register as a student. And I'm going to have an email address, my ID, and an access code or credit card. So I'm ready. And I'm going to paste that course ID here and hit continue. Now, if you already have a Pearson account because you've had some other course that used a Pearson product, you can use the same username and password. That's not going to get you access to the text, but it will prevent you from having to create another username and password to remember. If you've never used a Pearson account before, then you're going to click on this link and fill in these fields to create your account. I already have a Pearson account, so I can show you what that's going to look like. That's going to bring up this screen, which prompts me to select an option. I'm either going to use an access code that might come with a textbook or a separate kit that you might have gotten using that ISBN, right? Or you can use a credit card or PayPal to pay directly here at the Pearson website. You see two different price points here. The $104.99 is for 24-month or 2-year access. The 18-week access is $69.99. It's $35 cheaper, but there is that important fact that this is only going to get you access for 18 weeks. So if you think for any reason that you might not finish the course in 18 weeks and you do need to finish it, you would have to repurchase access for the course if you don't complete it within that 18 weeks. So it's $35 cheaper, but you need to be aware that it is only good for 18 weeks. Now, if you are waiting on financial aid or a paycheck in order to be able to get access to my math lab, given that this is a summer course with a 5-week timeline, I would strongly suggest that you go ahead and get that temporary access for 14 days. If you click on this, it's going to tell you, are you sure you want temporary access? And you'll click yes. You can learn more about temporary access by clicking on that link. So I'm going to go back into, I'm going to say no thanks. So again, paste, continue, and I have those options. Sign in. I can either use an access code, buy 24-month access for $104.99, or I can purchase the 18-week access for $69.99. And this is the cheapest that I've been able to find. You can use that 14-day access as well. Now, back over here, clicking on that handout again. Once you've gotten registered, to sign in later, you're going to click on, or just follow, maybe make a bookmark or something, right? So you can go there and sign in. If you did buy temporary access, then, if you did use the 14-day free access, then to upgrade after your 14 days are over, then you're just going to go ahead and follow these steps. It will send you an email to remind you that your access is about to expire if you go with the free 14-day access. Once you've got your access, in order to do the work in the course, you're going to go ahead and click on it. And this is going to be the instructor view. So I'm going to select the student view here. And when I do that, I can see the calendar. And I went ahead and just made all the homework due on the 14th. This is the 13th. I'm going to adjust those due dates, but I wanted you to be able to see what it would look like when you go in and work on your homework. So you're going to be able to access any homework or tests that are due here. And you can also access them here, homework or quizzes and tests. Within the MyMathLab environment, you also have access to the eText. You can do it that way, or you can go here for the chapter contents. So you do have access to the entire text, even if you didn't purchase a physical copy of the book. There's some other things here, lots of bells and whistles, but for the most part, we're going to be working with the homework and quizzes and tests tab. So I'm going to click on homework. And when I click on that, the nice thing is it shows me the due dates, right? The due dates will not be May 14th because obviously the course doesn't even start till June 2nd. But I wanted you to see what this was going to look like. So I click in here to do my homework. I see this one has 12 questions. Click on my first question. And it's asking me to use a graph to determine the open intervals on which it's increasing, decreasing, or constant, if any. Ideally, you've watched the video lecture for 2.2 and you're ready to go with the homework. But you might still have a question, and there are helps. You can click on this to help me solve this. However, if you do click on help me solve this, it's going to take you through this problem step by step, and you will not get credit for the question until you do a similar problem. You can always view an example. That will take you through a similar problem step by step, and it often is a slightly more complicated explanation than you will have gotten in the video lecture. It might be different, and it's often more complicated. Oftentimes there will be a video that's put out by the publisher that you could also click on. That is video content. You could also click on textbook, and that will take you to the specific section in the text that has to do with this topic. And it's opening up. And because this is section 2.2, that is where it's going to take me in the textbook. It's a little slow. Section 2.2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and show you what it looks like when you actually answer the question. So I'm going to actually pick a different one. Because this one is going to take a lot of work for me to get to the point that I want to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and exit this. I do want to leave. And I'm going to go to a different homework. I'm going to go to section 2.1. And I'm going to pick one that I got wrong. Question 2, I got wrong. And I'm not stuck with this wrong answer. I can go ahead and finish this problem. 4, 5, 6. That's going to be wrong. Check. Wrong. Final check. Wrong. And this one also has 3 parts, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's wrong. I'm going to check it again. That's going to be wrong. And I'm going to check it again. So if you noticed, I had 3 opportunities to get that one specific question correct. So now I've gotten this completely wrong. No partial credit at all. This one I got some partial credit, a green check, and then a red X. This one's just completely wrong. I'm not stuck with this red X though. I can come back in here and I have unlimited number of attempts to try this particular question. Now I have 3 chances to get this one right. So it asks me if it's a function. I'm going to say yes, that's not right. Final check. Oh man. Okay, and then I need to go through it again. The domain is, I can get this part right. 3 and 9. Check my answer, that's correct. The range is 1 and 9. I'm going to get that part right. Next question. Now I can go back to that previous one and see that I got some partial credit on it, right? Well, if I want to get it completely right, I'm going to do a similar question. I'm going to get it all right this time. Determine whether it's, and the reason I'm not talking about the particular question itself is because it really doesn't matter for what I'm trying to show you. This is not a function. Got it right. The domain is 1 and 8. Got it right. The range is 5 and 7. Got it right. So now that ugly red X that I had that progressed to partial credit is now full credit. So you have unlimited attempts per question. You only have 3 attempts for any one question. So let's say not that one. Let me find one that will work here. If it's a simple yes or no, it's not going to do what I want it to do. Okay, so this one. It asks me to use the graph to find f of 8. And it's equal to 5, but I'm going to put the wrong answer. I'm going to put 4. It says that's not right. So I have 2 more chances. I'm going to say 3. That's not right. I have 1 more chance. I'm going to say 1. That's not right. So I can do a similar question now. F of 2 is equal to, I'm going to get it right this time, negative 8. And so now that red X is turned into a green check. So, you know, there's no reason for you not to earn a 100 on all of the homework assignments, given that you have unlimited attempts to do that. And you have the helps, and you can always, you know, ask me for help or post a question in the discussion board as well. So, you know, that's a brief introduction to how to get registered in MyMathLab and how to navigate the homework in MyMathLab. As always, if you have any questions at all, feel free to post to the discussion board or shoot me an email.